In this lesson, we'll cover electrical components, specifically electrical devices. So you may say, well, what's the difference between an electrical device and electrical equipment? Well, electrical equipment are things like your electrical panel boxes or electrical transformers. Electrical devices are things like your switches or your outlets or your data ports for phone or internet. To place these elements, let's go to the System tab on your ribbon. In the Systems tab in the electrical panel, choose the Device dropdown, and you'll see the various different types of electrical devices that you can insert into your Revit model. In this example here, we'll just choose lighting. So it's basically a light switch. Now, if you don't have any loaded in or you need to load additional types of devices in, just click Load Family. However, we're going to use one of the ones already loaded in this Revit project. For example, we'll choose the single pole light switch. Now, like all other elements inside of Revit, it needs to be placed with a host. So on the ribbon on the very right in the Placement tab, Place on Face is selected, meaning I have to pick a physical face of a host to place this on. So logically thinking, we're going to place this switch on a wall. So I'm in an elevation view that's actually cropped, and I can mouse over the wall, and when I mouse over the wall, I actually see the wall highlight. Now I'll zoom in so I have the placement for this, and I can align this to another switch that currently exists or an outlet, or freely place this wherever I choose. Go ahead and click to actually place the switch. Now again, I can continue on placing additional switches or click Modify to end the placement. After the switch is placed, you can click the switch, modify the dimensions, or use your Align tools to align the switch at the correct dimensional value above the finished floor or relative to an adjacent door or window. You can also change the properties of the electrical switch on the left in the property area. Go ahead and click in the background to deselect the switch. So as a review in this lesson, we covered electrical devices. We talked about the differences between an electrical device and electrical equipment, where electrical devices are things like your light switches, or your outlets, or your data ports for phone and internet. We then looked at placing an electrical device, such as a light switch, on a wall. The electrical device has to be hosted on a face, so we chose a wall, connecting the switch to the face of a wall. We then looked at the properties of the switch and how it's connected to the wall as its host, and viewed the actual dimensional values to change the location and position of the switch on the wall.